Hi, my name's Evan Cole. I'm the Director of Arts Programming here at the Crossroads Guitars and Art in Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania. We're very, very pleased and honored to have here with us Bakithi Kumalo, world-famous South African bassist. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Evan. It's great to be here.
Thanks, man. We're really excited to hear a bunch of different music tonight. Can you just maybe give an introduction of yourself and how did you learn to play music?
Oh, man, I grew up in a musical family. In my grandmother's house, there was always music. My grandmother, she'll bring some church people, they'd be singing, and then my uncle, he'll bring his musicians, he played saxophone. So every weekend was like really nothing but love. But I got very interested. I was like 8 years old. And watch my uncle every time practicing and playing. I just stay with him every year, and until one time his bass player got too much drinking, and my uncle says, "Hey, listen, you've been watching us all these years, do you think you can play something now? Because we don't have a bass player." I said, "Yes, I can do some." But my thing that pushed me to the music, it was the confidence, I can do this. Even I was not, good at it, but he gave me a chance and people loved it. And then I just stayed with it. And my father was a musician, but I never met my father.
Yeah.
Because, he left me when I was a year old. And but so the music was always at home. And then, of course, the whole township, every weekend people, they dress up and they pass by and singing, church songs or some traditional songs or for whatever reason. And for me, it was a lot of information about music. Like, man, this is great, And then, but I'll make my bass line when I hear them singing a cappella stuff. For me, it's like I got the bass here, and I just work on it. But now to work on the bass without having the bass, that was a little, difficult. Because I didn't have an instrument, at home. So I used to cut box, make it look like a bass, and just to use my fingering. Okay, when I play this note, da, da. So I will just play with, mess around with the fingering, the cut box, with the Sharpie, draw the strings and frets, and just get used to the fingering. And then when I get the bass, the real bass, the adjustment is different. So I had to work on that. But, I just never stopped.
Yeah, well, to any musicians listening at home, practice matters. If you can learn how to play bass.
No, you can learn how to play the instrument without having the instrument. It's about really thinking, It's like read a book without reading the book. For me, it was like find something to do because, between the problem that was happening in South Africa, I could have just get lost somewhere. But for me, I stay focused like, this is what I want to do.
How did you get your first bass?
Well, my first bass, I got that in 1972. I begged my mother because every time I joined the band, they have the bass and the bass is bad. So, I had to play whatever. But then when I go back home, I don't have a bass. So it's either the card box. I got tired of the card box and I said to my mother, please give me the money. I want to buy the bass. Now, I used to go to a music store and practice the bass because I don't have it home. So I'll go to the music store and practice all these basses until the guy from the store says to me, listen, you always come here and play stuff and you never buy anything. What's going on with this picture? And I said, I don't have money to buy this bass, but I have a gig and they have a bass for me. So, but I have to practice. It's like, no, don't play these basses, go play that one. He pointed the fretless. Man, I look at the fretless, I was like, wait a minute. This one, there's no lines. I've never seen any bass like that except the upright because it doesn't have, so, and it's the cheapest bass, like $100. My mother gave me $100 and I bought the bass. Took it to the township. Every time I play, they're like, something is wrong. They sing, I will hold the ear. Because the tonation was awful. Because I don't know the bass. I'm trying to really figure out how to play in tune. There's only dots on top of the neck. but there's no lines. And couple of times I got kicked out. Then I said, wait a minute, I should go to, like in the mountains where the traditional people play like, deer horn, springbok horn, and they make things out of nothing. And, I took the fretless to Lesotho. And in Lesotho, and then I started to learn and play with these people. They play accordion and some, drum with a tube. Tie on top, and then with some bottle caps around, and they make sound. Everybody's dancing and they're happy, And then I said, wow, the fretless is gonna work well here. My thing, I have to listen to the accordion player because of his left-handed, so he's got the bass on the left, and I listened to that, and then it became like something for me, and that's before Jaco. Then a couple of years later, somebody brought the Weather Report record, and then I listened to the fretless Jaco. I was like, wait a minute, that's like the same bass I'm playing, but how is he doing this?
Yeah.
But for me, it was like really learn every day. I mean, I'm still doing that till today.
That's great. Yeah. To me, great musicians are always fiddling around.
Yeah, you have to find many ways. And two, I don't play bass playing scales like most people. They just read the book and play. I just want to create, and at home I don't listen to bass records because I want to find the bass somewhere. Maybe I listen stuff with the kalimba or a different instrument to find the bass line for me that I can use for recordings or something. Because if I listen to a bass record, then I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should do this slapping, like sound like another bass player. So I like to come up with bass parts and create. And of course, playing with Paul for so many years, he always challenges musicians. Like, don't play like you played yesterday. Can you come up with something new?
That's
All
cool.
right, yes, I got it.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about playing with Paul. Yeah.
It's been a great challenge for me, and just learning all the way. Learning from the Graceland recording, because I didn't know what the guy wanted. But everything we played, he loved, because the sound of the fretless was new to him. So then he can start writing the songs on top of the bass groove. But, every time he was just challenged. Now I got to learn the other music, like me and Julio and his classic stuff with Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
But I was already ready for that. I want to keep this job, and I have some children coming on the way, so I got to take care of the bills. But Paul, all the way, he's been a mentor, a great teacher. Because when you go on stage with Paul, you want to make sure that you don't play loud, you don't play too many notes. It's all about him telling the story, and then play what's needed. And for so many years, and so I took that to other people. I recorded with Herbie Hancock, and I recorded with Randy Brecker, and I went out with Shaka Khan, Philip Bailey. I was in a house band. All challenges.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, hey, listen, let me take chances, and then kick me out if I can't do it. But if you don't kick me out, then I'll keep going, So now I play with all these people, and then I got another offer to play with Island Ivers, which is Irish music. And I took chances, and I went, on tour everywhere. Derek Trucks, Cyndi Lauper, Gloria Stefan, just a lot of people. Mamas and Papas, John Phillips, and Mickey Hart, the Planet Drum. I went with Mickey, and just learning and paying the bills pretty much. I put 2 daughters in college. Now they finished college. Of course, I can't say, I don't play jazz, I don't play fusion. No. Put the music in front of me. Let me, do it. I don't want to disappoint my kids.
Yeah. What are some gigs that you think? I mean, that's the names. You just listed so many names. What are some, are there any nights or shows that you think about when you look back?
Ah, man. But my thing about everything that I'm doing, it's It's what's needed for now. Tomorrow is another time, is another day. So what am I going to do tomorrow? I keep moving forward, and I still want more, even though, Paul is done with his touring. But for me, it's like, what else to do? All right, I can be a music mentors. Like, I'm going to be doing some stuff with the Lehigh University. We're going to be picking up some kids that they want to study with me for hopefully maybe 2-3 weeks, to come up with a set list and then raise money for their books or for whatever they need for themselves. But I have to be there to help them. And my helping them is not teaching them how to play the instruments, because it's easy now. It's on the phone, you Google.
Right, right.
So, but my thing is about, listen, I learned music the hard way. I didn't have an instrument, but I still focused, because for me, music was very important to know without having the instrument. And then when you have the instrument, you're going to be more careful and more serious about your music. It's not just playing, you want to be on TV. No, those things, they're going to come later, Yeah. But first, clean up the mess. And then once you got that, you can fly high, Because we're all getting up there. We need another generations to take over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really great. It's such a cool story. And one thing I was thinking to ask too is there a particular instrument that you love to play with? Like, I love playing with a drummer. Is there any, like, is there a particular instrument that just really kind of gets you going?
Well, they're all different, If I want to argue with the drummer, I fight with a lot of drummers sometimes, because, the drummers, they intend to play too much stuff because they have all the things. It's like, listen, sometimes you can just play the bass drum and hi-hats and not play the snare, which is, I learned that playing with Steve, you do this, play the hi-hats and the bass drum, but man, the thing will be swinging like crazy. But, everybody's different. The drummer, and, I like to work with him for certain things, how we can work together. And then keyboards, I listen to the keyboards or guitars, because everybody's got so many things to play. And if we're going to be all like rushing to the traffic, you can't get anywhere. It's like everybody's, I got 5 notes to play, So for me, it's like, listen, find the space and do what's needed for that space. Like the stuff I did on the Graceland. I mean, I could have played a bunch of stuff that doesn't mean anything. But the ones that I played meant something because there was a space for that, and then it showcased the fretless sound. And I love playing with everybody, At home, I practice all these instruments. I have a saxophone. I play the saxophone. I play the aerophone from Roland. It's an electronic saxophone. Yeah. And I play keyboards. I have a big grand piano, and I have some drums. So I do those things, and then when I meet some other musicians, for me, it's like, okay,
Yeah. I can't wait to hear you up there. It was cool hearing you on the keys, actually, when you first came in. Yeah, really.
Yeah, I play piano a lot. And then I listen to some songs without bass. And then when I go play the bass, and I'm like, I feel like I'm the only one.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool, man. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, great talking to you.
You too.
This is cool. This is a trip. This is really fun.